Hi guys, thanks for tuning in to this week's webisode of Tie Sides and Scoops. I'm your host Nic Hyl and thanks for tuning in. I want to start by saying first off, I'm very sorry for not posting anything in the last couple of weeks. I've added some new projects to my life and some new things to my life, and I've just been getting used to the juggle, but I'm back. I'm ready to share some tips and great things that I have for you. And don't forget to subscribe. Also, don't forget to follow along on Instagram at Tie Sides and Scoops. And if you want to keep up with what I'm doing as a swimwear designer, check me out on Insta at Nager by Nic Hyl. Nager is spelled Nager, and it is French for to swim. I'm Nic Hyl. So today I want to talk about my eyeshadow. And while I'm not wearing any right now, I'm going to take you through my eyeshadow tutorial because it's one of the makeup things that I do that I get asked about all of the time. Sorry, that's my Morphe palette falling. Hopefully I didn't break anything. But I get asked about my eyeshadow, my blending, the colors I use, my technique often. And it's something that is really quick and easy, I think, and helpful to share. So just to catch up with my routine, my face is already cleansed. I have already moisturized. I have on my SPF. I am ready to start applying makeup. Now, on a day-to-day basis, I usually keep it pretty simple because I'm usually rushing. I have a lot on my plate, and the only way that I can do things is if I find a way to simplify my life. So usually on my skin, I don't put anything. I have my Replenix SPF moisturizer on, and that's the last thing that I've done to my skin today. If I was going to be semi-fancy, I would use my Dr. Brandt Pore No More pore refiner. And I would put it right here. I'm not going to be fancy because I know that I'm going to the gym after I film this tutorial, so I don't want to waste my product headed to the gym. But if I was doing something else, I probably would put this on top of my moisturizer. Since I'm only doing my eyes and it's going to be a low beat day, I am instead going to use my Glam Glow. And this is a Glow Starter Mega Illuminating Moisturizer. So I'm not going to refine my pores. However, I am going to use just a teensy bit. I wanted to say wee bit, but it came out wit. Just a teensy bit of the Glam Glow. And I'm going to apply it to all the same areas that I would put my actual highlighter on. It's not anything too noticeable, but it does give you a nice, like, kind of refreshed look. So there's my Glam Glow. I have my shower curtain pulled back so I can get in some natural light. I'm fortunate enough to have a window in my shower. So there's that. The next thing I'm going to do, I keep my brushes in a roll. And one of the most important things about this whole tutorial I'm taking you through are the tools that you're using. Good brushes are key. I am a fan. I will spend money on a brush. I might not spend money on my eyeshadow, but I will spend money on my brush. So I think what is that? Eyelash? I think I'm all baked in there with my Glam Glow. And I just have a little, it's like a mascara wand. I got it from the Shiseido counter. And I just use this to brush my brows. I'm going to brush my brows. And this is the beginning of my eye tutorial. What are we in life if we don't have a good brow, right? I tweeze my brows, or pluck, whatever you want to call it. I don't wax, I don't thread, I don't do microblading. My brow bone is ever so slightly not the same shape, and I started plucking my eyebrows when I was about 16, and I'm the one that maintains my eyebrows forever because every time I go get them done, people usually don't do them right. So my hands might get a little dirty. Please forgive me. Right now I'm using Maybelline. This isn't so good Maybelline because this actually cracked, so I'm getting like eyeshadow everywhere. And this is just a dark brown color. And I'm going to fill my brow in with my Dior brush. This is number 24. I don't know if you can see that, but it's just like the flattest of edges. This powder a little bit goes a long way, so you don't want to have too much on that brush. And I kind of just follow the shape of my brow. And I don't want to press too heavy because I want it to look natural. I really don't like, for myself, that really like fake brow look. I want it to look as natural as possible, despite the fact that, I mean, you can clearly see a difference, you know? And then I'm just going to do the other side. Same way. Just filling it in the brush with powder as needed. And really just sticking to the shape of my brow. I'm looking in a mirror over here. I'm not good enough to do this in the camera like some of the professional YouTubers are doing. So please forgive my naivete and my inexperience. I feel like this one looks a little bit more bold than that one does. So I'm just going to brush a bit. I think that looks better. All right, so I've filled in my brow. The next thing I'm going to do, I can't stand having dirty hands, so I'm going to wipe my hands on a towel and hopefully get that off. And then now I'm going to highlight my brow bone. So I like to work from the top down when it comes to my eye. Again, I'm not a professional makeup artist. I'm doing this because a couple people have asked me what I've done, so at least I'll be able to direct them to this video. If you've got a better way to do it, please do it your way. This is just how I do it to achieve my looks. So I'm just sharpening my highlighter. I have a NARS sharpener, and this is a almost gone Sephora highlighter. The color is also gone. This is, I mean, I don't have a lot left. I've been using this thing forever. So I'm just gonna highlight under my brow. It's my go-to highlighter for under my brow. I love it on my complexion. I love it if I'm not wearing makeup. I love it if I am wearing makeup. I just love it. One of the good things about it is if you need to wax or pluck or microblade or whatever you do to your eyebrows, it kind of just like cleans up all those little hairs. And then it also, I'm trying to make it brighter. I feel like it's not so bright. It also just kind of gets everything together. So this is my highlighted brow bone. From here, if I was gonna have like the simplest of days, I would blend that a bit, put on some eyeliner, put on some mascara, and leave. Like I wouldn't even do much more. Normally, this is probably more than what I would do just to go to the gym, but since we are doing a full-on tutorial, you get to see it all. So I took out my Morphe palette earlier. Love this palette. It's got a lot of great colors in it. My palette is mostly neutral. And I do keep my little plastic thingy on there just so it keeps it nice and safe. I have a lot of eyeshadow palettes. I've got the Morphe that I just showed you. And then I have the Anastasia Modern Romance, which I really love. There are some really beautiful color tones in here. And then I also have the Naked 3. Today what I'm going to use is something called Carly Carly Bibel. I'm not sure. Someone gave it to me. But I'm using it because they've got a nice color metallic in there that I like to use for my easy everyday. I do have more shadows. I've got some NARS that I can't find right this second. Oh, I think this is my NARS. I love this one for gold. It's almost like, not gel, but almost like a mousse-like kind of consistency. And I put that on with my fingers. I've got some Sephora. I've got more Sephora. I've got some Chanel somewhere. The Rihanna Kilowatt highlighter. I have Mean Money and Hustler Baby. This works as a really nice eyeshadow too, FYI. So if you ever don't want it to give you as much glow on your cheeks or on your face for a proper highlighter, it works really good as an eyeshadow. Just something I found. So let's go ahead. Oh wait, and then the other highlighter or the other eyeshadows I have that I really like, some YSL. These are just some like some pinks and some oranges. But today I'm going to use this Carol Bibel. I had never heard of her until I got the palette from my friend, but I like it because I'm really in love with this color and then that one next to it. And that's what I'm going to apply today for my eye. And they're still neutral. I mean, I run around New York City a lot, so I don't always want to be as glammed up as I might need to be during the day because sometimes it's really hot, but anyway. So I'm going to take my MAC, this is an old brush, so I don't know what the brush number are, 212, 242, one of those brush, and I'm going to start with that one, and it's on my brush there, and now I'm just going to gently pull the corner of my eye and apply to where I start to reach that highlighter, that brow highlighter. On my lid, all I have is really just eye serum, and that usually works for me. If I'm doing a more serious beat, I'll use a primer. But you can see that it's starting to already take shape nicely there. And then I'm just going to do the other one in the same manner. And I'm moving gently. It's my eye, so I don't want to like pull too much and like make myself susceptible to like crow's feet or saggy brows or anything. Choose colors that work good for your complexion and your eye color. And also, this technique kind of creates a bit of an ombre situation, the way that I'm starting. There's so many ways that you can put your eyeshadow on. I like this technique. It's one that I recently learned, so I've been doing it a lot more. And you'll see at the end the way that it kind of transitions. But there's many ways that I put my shadow on, just depending on the colors that I'm using, how many colors I'm using, and the event that I'm going to. Again, because I'm going to the gym and I'm only applying this for a tutorial, I'm not applying like my reds and my blues, you know. So now I'm using my MAC brush number 252, 272. I'm not sure. It's a really old brush, but I've had it for over 10 years, maybe like 15 years. That just goes to show you the quality of these brushes. So spend the money on the brush and then wear the makeup you've never heard of. So I've dipped it into this chocolatey color and it's on my brush. And now I'm gonna overlap right in the middle. So underneath that is some of the gold I just applied. So you'll start to see it goes from gold and it starts to get warmer. And I'm gonna just do it again. And now I'm gonna do the other eye. Then again, I'm just like meeting the highlighter right where it ends on my brow bone. I'm getting my corners here. And I'm going to do it one more time on this eye. Not too harsh. Really just kind of dabbing that brush on the lid. And I like to bring it to a point here on my corners, because next I've got some eyeliner. So this is my somewhat blended lid. If I was in a jam, I have this little brush that it really gets the creases. If I wanted to add a cut crease, I would use my MAC 224. Clearly I don't use it as much because the letters are still there. But if I wanted to add a cut crease in my lid, I would use this brush to blend the color. The brushes are really your most important part with doing any kind of eye makeup. So just make sure you have all the proper brushes to do the techniques you're trying to do, and you'll find that they'll execute better. Good quality brushes and an okay quality eyeshadow can give really good results versus getting really good shadow and a really poor quality brush. Also, your brushes will just last longer when they're better quality, when they're made from goat hair or actual fiber hair, as opposed to just being like polyester bristles. They're more durable, they're easier to clean, and they last for 15 plus years in some cases. But for today, those are the only two brushes that I'm using right now. I feel like I'm blended okay so far. So the next thing I'm going to do is get my eyeliner. The eyeliner I swear by is the Sephora liquid liner. It's like $12 or something like that at Sephora. It has a little pot. They have another version, but I like the pot. And then when I take it out, it's like all set and ready to go. I am a liquid liner girl. I do not care for powder liner. I'm sure that it has its moments in life, but I think that the liquid liner gives, because I don't wear false eyelashes, I like the illusion that the liquid liner gives me versus the powder liner. I think the liquid liner kind of goes into the look of false eyelashes better than a powder liner does. So, or a pencil liner. So again, I'm just going to take, using my weakest finger, pull the corner of my eye so that I can apply. And I definitely can't look at you for this, so I'm looking in the mirror. And just follow the lash line. By no means am I a pro, but you can see the difference that it makes. And we're going to do the other eye. I did not redip this in the pot. There's enough of the liquid to keep going. There go my eyes, for the most part. The last thing that I'm going to do is put on some mascara. Like I said, I don't wear fake eyelashes. I just don't think that it's healthy for my lashes, especially if I'm going to live to be 100 years old, which is my goal. So I just have my Benefit Roller Lash. I have short eyelashes. You can't even really see them. Oh, there you go. I have short eyelashes. So because I have short eyelashes, I need to get a brush with a wand that's not too big, because now my eyes are pretty much done. So if the wand is too big, all it's going to do is hit the lid as I apply the mascara, and I definitely don't want that. It's a pain to clean it. There are ways that you can clean your lid once you have your lids complete, like with your shadows on, without ruining your makeup application, but it's tricky and it's hard. I usually opt for a Q-tip and then a dab of water and just kind of like spot clean my lid. I'm making sure to get my base, my bottom lashes also. I don't know why I've got all this black hair. My eyelashes are like not black. They might as well be blonde. They're so light. Not sure how that happens in life, but it's real. Now I'll usually put about 3 coats of this on. And typically I'll let it dry in between. And I kind of do this technique where I go from above and like kind of comb the mascara through the lashes. I do my base lashes usually twice. Oh, there's like the eyelash on there, so I don't want it to go on my eye. It's another reason why I like eyeliner is because if you make mascara mistakes, it's possible that they're made in the lash line where the liner is. So there are my lashes now. These are my blended eyes. Now I was talking a lot. I'm a talker, if you haven't noticed. So it took longer than normal, but I mean, you could see that really didn't take that long. And I have a nice polished look, ready for the world without too much of anything. This is what I consider my light beat. My face is still just with that moisturized glow. If I was maybe meeting friends for lunch or doing something in the morning, or just running around on an easy situation, this is probably how I'm gonna look. I might put on a lip color. Right now I just have on just some like chapstick, but it's not technically chapstick. I think I'm wearing Ello, which is a great natural moisturizing lip product from a friend of mine who has a lip care line. Check them out at Ello. It's E-L-O. They're on Instagram. I think it's Ello Cosmetics or just Ello, but they're amazing. They also sell on Amazon. So I'm just, light moisturized lip. That's it. I would add color on top of it if I needed to. Otherwise, this would be my face. Put on some earrings, put on some proper clothes, and then live my life. Any kind of questions, comments, concerns? Have you heard of this Carol Bible lady? Do they make other products? Let me know, because I really like it. And it's Bybel. I apologize if I have mispronounced it, or if the mispronunciation offends anyone. It's not my intention. They also have highlighters in here. So the ones on the bottom are the highlighters. They're really awesome. I love them for my complexion. I'm in love with that one. I wear them all the time, and they stay. Like, this will stay all day. I'll go to jujitsu at night and this will still be on my face. I'll go to the gym and work out and sweat and I still look this way. So I'm really excited about it. Once I'm done, I roll my roller up and keep my brushes in there. Got this guy from Sephora. And that's how I blend my shadow. If ever I do a cat eye or a black eye, smoky eye, not a black eye, smoky eye, or I use some fun colors. I'll be sure to film that too, because the darker saturations are sometimes a little trickier to blend. But for a nice bronze natural look, this is how I do it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm Nic Hyl. This has been another webisode of The Scoop. Check us out on Instagram at Tie Sides and Scoops. Also, if you want to keep up with me as a swimwear designer, check me out at Nage by Nic Hyl. Nage, French for to swim. Also, you can shop online at www.nage by Nic Hyl. That's NAGERBYNICHYL. Until next time, bye-bye. P.S. Happy Eid! Today's Eid Mubarak, so if you celebrate Ramadan, happy Eid. Bye.